I don't think Omaha was expecting quite the contest they're getting here tonight.
Well, it always seems like on one of the preseason games. We even saw it the last time we were here, what was it, 55 weeks ago or whatever, with a few cheap shots being handed out.
That was just up here in press row.
Yeah.
33-22. It's halftime here at the Slaughterhouse. When we come back, we'll take a look at Week 1 action across the CIF. Week 1 and Week 2. When we come back, you're listening to Omaha Beef halftime show on the Boomer Sports Network. Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, they strive to be a center of excellence for orthopedics and sports medicine. They're also the official doctors of the Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football Team. They're a group of board-certified orthopedic physicians, many of whom have had fellowships or trained in subspecialty areas. Their physicians have trained among some of the top medicine experts and training facilities in the country. They place a great deal of value on each and every opportunity they have to assist patients regain their quality of life they deserve. Call them today, 402-488-3322.
He'll be down at the 20-yard line. Decent return.
Are you a little stressed? Well, who isn't these days? Do you feel the need to go all Hulk and smash things? Well, then Les Smash Omaha is the place for you. Located at 41st and Harrison in Bellevue. Their facility is the best stress relief that your money can buy. Packages ranging from bringing your own junk to smashables you can purchase right there. Book your smashing good time today. It's not French, so it's Les Smash. L-E, smash, Omaha.com. The Down Syndrome Alliance of the Midlands is committed to connecting those touched by Down syndrome through education, advocacy, and support. DSA is a nonprofit agency founded in 1999 and based right here in Omaha. They are parents, advocates, educators, and medical professionals. DSA is affiliated with the National Down Syndrome Society, the National Down Syndrome Congress, the Global Down Syndrome Foundation, and Down Syndrome Affiliates in Action. Call today for information, 531-375-5791, or visit dsamidlands.org. Realtor Bree Beck with Berkshire Hathaway. Bree grew up in the state of Nebraska and graduated from UNO with her bachelor's in marketing and management. She started her career in the real estate industry as a marketing specialist for realtors all over the country. Bree is an avid lover of the Omaha Beef and a former prime dancer. This lover of wine, cheese, dogs, and Husker football will leverage her expertise to help you accomplish your real estate goals. Call Bree today, 402-578-1678, or visit her online at letsbreereal.com.
I always wanted to do this. The mess, the noise. It's gonna be awesome.
Babe, what are you talking about? And what's with the sledgehammer?
I'm gonna demo the bathroom.
We chose Bathfitter to do the remodel, remember?
So?
With Bathfitter, there's no demolition or mess. They custom make our new bath and can install it in as little as 1 day.
No demo?
No demo.
Bathfitter's been exceeding expectations for 35 years, and we've got over 2 million satisfied customers to prove it. Visit bathfitter.com to learn more and book your free in-home consultation.
Welcome back to the Slaughterhouse, Nebraska Orthopedic halftime show here as Omaha Beef lead the Sioux Empire 33-22. Take a look at that first half. Omaha looked like they're going to set the tone early on defense as Chris Perry intercepted the Sioux on their opening drive. Is a 15-yard interception return for a touchdown as Omaha took a 6-0 lead. And then bad snap on the extra point. Again, 8:59 remaining in the first quarter. Is Chris Perry once again snuffing out a drive of the Sioux Empire, recording his second interception of the game halfway through quarter number 1. But the Sioux Empire, they would respond. 3:05 remaining, first quarter. Myers with the 1-yard touchdown handoff. Kick was no good, and we found ourselves late in the first quarter, all tied up at 6. Omaha broke the 6-6 tie, 4:57 remaining in the second quarter. Jones 15-yard touchdown. Point after good. Made it 13-6. And then the teams traded touchdowns. as the Sioux Empire actually took a 22-16 advantage. Late in the first quarter, Omaha has responded and widened the lead to 11. We stand at 33-22. It is halftime here at the Slaughterhouse. Omaha will get the ball first in the second half of play. 3 games in the CIF here in what is week number 2. One is exhibition, one is a league game, and then this is a non-league game. We will check up on the scores when we come back. You're listening to the Omaha Beef Halftime Show, brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Hospital here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Mr. Porky Butts Blaine Hunter, he grew up barbecuing in South Texas from a very young age. He is helping his dad check eating the temps of fires as soon as he could help. The passion that would happen in the world of low and smoke pit smoking. Over 27 years of experience combined with culinary education from Johnson & Wales and FVTC culinary schools, he started competing professionally in the barbecue circuit in 2013. 5 short years later, he's accumulated one of the most impressive resumes on the barbecue circuit across the country. You have to try it today. 154th just north of Maple, and at PorkyButtsBBQ.com. Do you currently live in a rental property? You're looking for a new rental house? Just remember, all property management companies are not the same. Do you want the phone to be answered when you call the customer service line? Do you want them to fix those things that break in your kitchen, in your bathroom? Do you not want to be overcharged on your security deposit when you move out? The other guys do that. We don't do that. It's Crown Property Management. They're part of Keller Williams Greater Omaha. Check them out today. Experienced Property Management Company. Check out crownmanagementomaha.com for your next rental. When looking for your next rental, just look for the Crown. Certified Piedmontese beef is a healthier beef that offers customers unbelievable tenderness and flavor. With fewer calories, less fat, and higher protein per ounce than beef from other breeds, it's an ideal source of lean and delicious protein for today's increasingly health-conscious customer. A serving of certified Piedmontese beef has even fewer calories, ounce for ounce, than salmon, yet it challenges prime-grade beef in tenderness. You've got to check it out. Go online, Piedmontese, PIEDMONTESE.com. Hey, beef fans, get ready for those road games. We gotta pimp our cars out before you go to Salina, Sioux City, Wichita, wherever. Take your car to In-Phase Audio. They can put LED lightings. They can put big old speakers for those big tailgates that the beef fans love to have. Radar detector. Trust me, we were driving through Belleville, Kansas, back from Salina at 2 a.m. in the morning. You need the radar detector. You want to put it in your car. You want to look cool. You want to go to In-Phase Car Audio. Visit their website, coincidentally, InPhaseCarAudio.com, or visit their store. It's at 134th and L Street. It's In-Phase Car Audio. Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, they strive to be a center of excellence for orthopedics and sports medicine. They're also the official doctors of the Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football Team. They're a group of board-certified orthopedic physicians, many of whom have had fellowships or trained in subspecialty areas. Their physicians have trained among some of the top medicine experts and training facilities in the country. They place a great deal of value on each and every opportunity they have to assist patients regain their quality of life they deserve. Call them today, 402-488-3322.
Welcome back. It's the Nebraska Orthopedic Halftime Show. The Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football Team out in front of the Sioux Empire, 33-22. It's a non-league contest that counts in the regular season. It's week number 2 in Champions Indoor Football with 2 other games going on this weekend. The expansion Wyoming Mustangs are in exhibition play. They're playing the Rapid City War Eagles. They are just underway. They're in the Mountain Time Zone, so late start there, 7 o'clock their time. Just underway, no score out in Gillette. Of course, here it's 33-22, and the other game, it was the league opener last night down in Salina. The Salina Liberty defeated the Wichita Force 52-27. That's week number 2. Week number 1 was a trio of non-league games, and a couple of them saw some competition, including the Wyoming Mustangs that we were just talking about. They got their first win of the year as they defeated the Dallas Prime 42-40. And the other 2 non-league games, Salina Liberty beat the Arlington Longhorns 62-17. And the Sioux Empire Crusaders, who are here as we speak, They fell to Sioux City 55-13 in week number 1. So far Sioux City 1-0, Salina 2-0, Wyoming is 1-0. They will stay right there. In Omaha, trying to see if they can notch a win on the board here in week number 2 of Champions Indoor Football. Next week, 3 games as well. Omaha, first league game, they will be on the road as they travel down to Salina, Kansas, take on the Salina Liberty. Kickoff will be 6:30 p.m. We will be on the air on the Boomer Sports Network at 6:15. Remember, you can listen to us at 94.5 FM, 1420 AM, and on myboomerradio.com. Just a reminder, you're listening to KOBM Omaha, 1420 AM, 94.5 FM, myboomersportsradio.com, as we said, and also broadcasting on the Champions Indoor Football Network, the CIF Network. Halftime here at Ralston Arena, Nebraska Orthopedic halftime show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the rest of the schedule and get you set up for the second half of play. Omaha out in front of the Sioux Empire Crusaders, 33-22. It's halftime here at the Slaughterhouse. You're listening to Beef Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, they strive to be a center of excellence for orthopedics and sports medicine. They're also the official doctors of the Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football Team. They're a group of board-certified orthopedic physicians, many of whom have had fellowships or trained in subspecialty areas. Their physicians have trained among some of the top medicine experts and training facilities in the country. They place a great deal of value on each and every opportunity they have to assist patients regain their quality of life they deserve. Call them today, 402-488-3322. Solarion conducts clinical research studies for pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies for investigational medicines currently in research and development to treat a wide variety of illnesses and conditions. You could be a part. Find out more. Call them today, 866-445-7033, or visit Solarion online at their website. It's helpresearch.com. Since beginning in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2000, Salsa Rita's has expanded to locations in 18 states, and they keep on growing. With bright, colorful, comfortable restaurants and signature dishes like their quesarito, customers and interested franchisees ask them all the time, how is it done? Well, they're happy to share the secret. Start each day making fresh, homemade salsas. The salsas are so good, salsa is in their name. They hand mash the guacamole and make wildly addictive tortilla chips. Fresh, all day, every day. They flame grill choice steak and chicken and offer options like shrimp and more toppings to personalize meals to your taste. Salsa Rita's is almost always a local's choice for best Mexican food. Call them 402-957-0595 or visit them on the web at salsaritas.com, or better yet, try them in person. 510 South 72nd Street right here in Omaha. At First Command Financial Services, they are committed to coaching our nation's military families become financially disciplined and confident. They pride themselves on helping clients get financially squared away from the start of their military careers all the way to retirement and beyond. Give them a call today. It's 402-291-3040, or visit them on their website at firstcommand.com. Proud sponsors of Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football. At Titanium, their customers are a top priority. They're passionate about the Omaha HVAC services they provide, and they want you to be comfortable with their results. They've been in Omaha heating and cooling industry long enough to know that your satisfaction is what makes their business exist. They take pride in problem solving your HVAC unit's issues, ensuring that the problems you have when they arrive at your home or business won't happen after they leave. Call them today, 402-913-0536, or visit them online, titaniumomaha.com.
Welcome back. Half number 2 here at Ralston Arena. Omaha Beef looking for their first win of the season. And if the second half is anything like the first half of play, it's going to be not easy to do. 33-22 as we get started here in the second half, Kirk. Omaha definitely, I'm sure, got a earful from Marvin Jones. Need to play a little cleaner half of football.
Well, yeah, typical first game, obviously. And like I say, the biggest adjustments you're going to make supposed to be at halftime. So we'll see. Coach Jones gets it out of there. We got to take care of some bad snaps and a little bit tighter on the pass defense.
Opening half kickoff. Second half kickoff is brought to you by Bath Fitters. You'll want to come to Ralston Arena this year if the second half kickoff by the Omaha Beef is returned for a touchdown. Some fan is getting a $5,000 bathroom makeover. So we're going to find that out right away as Omaha is going to get the ball. So
yeah,
no pressure.
That lucky fan's in section 110, about the third row up.
He's going to be rooting really hard for this, and I bet they would like to see Chris Perry back there, and they won't. But we'll see. Rashad Pargo's out there, but he's in an up position. Looks like they're going to line up and give Anthony Jones Jr. the opportunity of his first kickoff return of the season. Wonder if anybody briefed him of what's on the line. This is the $5,000 Bath Fitters return. Just have to return for a touchdown. That's not that hard. That could happen. Could happen multiple times this year. You want to join to see. Here comes the kick. High end-over-end kick. It will be returnable. Jones fields it at the goal line. He's out to the 5, the 10, cuts back up the middle. He's not going to return this one for a touchdown.
Rats.
Out to the 11-yard line. Decent return, but he went right into the traffic. Couldn't find a lane, and it brings it out to the 12-yard line. That's where Omaha will start the second half of play. I bet we see one of those sometime this year, Kirk.
We came fairly close to Chris Perry here in the first with the return.
So come on out and check that out. Lots of great promotions this season. Happy with the participation and partnerships we're seeing back in 2021. Just happy to be back on the field. Andrew Jackson still in at quarterback, takes a snap, and he throws after a quick drop. It is complete to the far side, and that's going to be a quick 3 or 4 yards as he finds Marshawn Verscher on the completion, his second catch of the night. So as you mentioned, some things that need to be cleaned up. It starts right there with the snap. So you saw one good snap. We saw that ball. You obviously have a target where you'd like to see that ball in the shotgun position for the quarterback. And boy, is outside of that target area quite a few times in the first half. We'll see if they're able to rectify that situation. 2 men on each side for Jackson. He puts the slot receivers in motion. Quick drop and a catch again. That one's going to be on the near side. That's Anthony Jones Jr. Picks up about 4 yards. It'll be just short of the first down, it looks like, as they spot it at the 20. Be third down and short. Opening drive, half number 2 here at Ralston Arena. Omaha on offense in the all-orange uniforms, moving right to left on your Boomer radio dial. Outside men, high motion. Handoff is to the outside, and that will be good for a first down as Calvin Linkcook picks up 2 or 3 yards on the carry. So we thought we'd see a lot of ground attack, actually, from Omaha tonight, but the game circumstances have not allowed Omaha to settle down and just run the ball at them. They've had to put some points on the board. I'm sure Marvin Jones would feel better if he could convert this opening drive into a touchdown and try to make this a 3-score game. Junebug declares himself eligible on the right side of the offensive line. Seeing base formation consistently for Omaha, nothing too exotic. Outside men with high motion. A little pass rush dumped off to the near side. Linkcook shakes and bakes to midfield into Empire territory, or Empire Crusaders territory, down near the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 11. Gain of about 21 on the quick out, and another first down for Omaha. So a good opening drive to the second half for the Beef. We'll see if they can finish it off with some points on the board. Eating some clock as well, as we're under 12 minutes to go already. They're under 10 seconds on the play clock, still in the huddle, under 5, and the sideline's calling a timeout as they will not get that play off in time. Omaha has to use their first timeout on their first offensive series. 11:42 remaining, third quarter of play. 33-22, Beef out in front. You're listening to Beef Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
At McAllister's Deli, their sandwiches are piled high, their tea is famous, and their salads, soups, and giant spuds are packed with fresh and flavorful ingredients. Find a new favorite or try one of their classics. They are all handcrafted just for you. Call them today at 402-403-3207 or on the web at McAllisterdeli.com, or even better yet, visit them in person, 72nd and Jones Street in Omaha.
Back in Ralston, it's first down and 10. The Beef are on the move at the 11-yard line of the Crusaders. Men in motion. Jackson with a snap. Plenty of time. Finds a man on the far side. It is complete down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. That's Vercher once again on the reception. Second down for Omaha. Again, they could get a first down just inside the 1-yard line. But it's second down and 4 from 5 yards out. Approaching the 11-minute mark. 2 men in motion on the right side. Bad snap once again, and it doesn't even get to the quarterback, and we have a flag on the play. Jackson with the air attack. 5 passes in a row before that one is blown dead. There's a flag. There was a bad snap, and he took a knee. Let's sort it all out on the field. Tell you what, Kirk, that snapping situation is something Omaha will have to get figured out before they play Salina next week.
Yeah, and it's just got to be, I think it's center. I've never played center, but they have to establish a little bit of rhythm. It's got to be a rhythm thing. Same feel, same time, just like shooting a basketball, whatever.
Calls actually an illegal defense on the Crusaders, so a break for the Beef. They'll be half the distance to the goal line, and they spot it at the 3. So repeat second down. It's second down and 2, men in motion. Jackson takes it. Quick throw, and there is contact. Here's the flag.
Yeah.
You talk about a good pass interference penalty, and I think Nick Admonson, I don't even know if it was on purpose. He got a little banged up on that one. Just came flying in. I think he thought he was making a move on the ball and actually caught the player when he made that dive.
Yeah, he hit the ground hard.
He's back up, but we'll have an obvious pass interference call, which will be half the distance, which is only about a yard, but more importantly for Omaha, it'll be first down, and they'll have a few chances here to see if they can get it in from 2 yards out. So first and goal, 2 yards out. Jackson has been throwing the ball on every play here in the second half. 6 in a row. We'll see if they do it once again from 2 yards out. No, they'll keep it on the ground. Right back between the tackles. It's a touchdown for Omaha. Lynn Cook with his first touchdown with the Beef. So Tom Corator was just telling me he's throwing it every time. Probably time for him to mix it up, keep it on the ground, and Tommy was right. Touchdown for Omaha. The ground attack to finish it off. And the Beef with a nice opening drive here, eating 4.5 minutes off the clock and putting 6 on the board. Actually, a penalty also on the play. The Crusaders were offsides, and Omaha obviously will decline that penalty. But they'll leave Jeremy Reynolds on the bench and try this 2-point play once again. They lead by 17. They'll try to see if they can get 2. Reynolds was 3 for 3 on extra points, but Omaha wants to see what they can do, and they find a receiver
Pargo
in the corner, and it is Pargo. Jackson to Pargo, complete, and the 2-point conversion is good. 9:48 remaining here in quarter number 3. Omaha Beef out in front, 41-22. You're listening to Beef Indoor Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Hey, isn't Scores the only bowling alley in Ralston? Well, fact is, we may never actually know for sure. But what we do know is that Scores has been your headquarters for fun right in the middle of Ralston for decades. They offer something for everyone in the group, including bowling, darts, keno, and pool. Enjoy a night out with their full bar and have fun with your friends. Visit them today, right in the middle of downtown Ralston, right up the street from Ralston Arena, 7602 Main Street, or online, Scores, SCORZ, SportsCenter.com.
Nice drive for the Omaha Beef to open up half number 2. They extend their lead to 19 as Lynn Cook finishes off the Beef drive with a 2-yard run. And Omaha's out in front 41-22. So a nice little run for Omaha after the Crusaders had taken a lead. And I believe we have seen 25 unanswered.
Yeah,
High bounce into the end zone. They need to get this out or else it's a point. Omaha knows it, and they keep him inside the end zone for the Rouge.
For the Rouge. Perfect kick.
That's exactly what you want to do, is have them not handle it cleanly. And in indoor football, if the kick does not come out of the end zone, it's good for 1 point Rouge. And Omaha makes it a 20-point game, 42-22. As special teams comes up big for Marvin Jones. And the Crusaders will start the drive at their own 5-yard line. So Omaha's defense could really come in and put this game away if they could stop the Crusaders, but we've seen some pretty good offensive drives here tonight for the Crusaders. They need one right now to try to stay in this game. First drive, half number 2 for the Sioux Empire Crusaders. And lots of confusion, wrong personnel on the field for Omaha. Marvin Jones has to use a timeout. There's only 6 on the field, Kirk, and then the 7th came on, but then an 8th came on. And I don't think they had the correct personnel. Not a good way to start off defensively, and Omaha already has used 2 timeouts here in the second half, and that's one of those basic things that, not surprised to see early in the season, but definitely not one of those things that makes coaches too happy. So Omaha uses timeout number 2 in half number 2. They have their personnel all grouped back up now. And the Empire Crusaders, the Sioux Empire Crusaders, will see what they can do. 9:37 to go, third quarter. Crusaders trail by 20. Movement before the snap, flags everywhere, and I think we're going to have an offsides on the Beef. Had a little movement on the right side of that offensive line. I thought the defender may have come across before, but it looks like this one may go against the Crusaders. Illegal defense.
6. On the stands before the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So they call it a illegal defense on Omaha. That was Carl Bivens coming out of his stance before the snap, which is why he was offsides. 5-yard penalty, first down and 5. Ball is at the 10. Free 5 for the Crusaders, and they'll hand it off on first down and 5. He'll pick up close to first down yardage out to the 15-yard line as the Crusaders try to establish a drive to start the second half. 5-yard run for Nick Lawrence. He's had a good night on the ground. Crusaders, just like Omaha, really trying to keep it in the air and has moved the ball fairly effectively outside of 2 interceptions in the first quarter. Fresh set of downs at the 15-yard line. Drop back, they're going down the far board into traffic, and it is picked off. The Beef with their third interception of the night. And that time it's Trey Dudley Giles who went up and brought it down for Omaha. And that momentum continues to swing with the Beef. Trey Dudley Giles, he was a real bright spot on the Marvin Jones defense in 2019, back for the 2021 campaign.
Yes.
And a big turnover for the Beef as they will start their second drive of the half from their own 5 with a 20-point lead. 8:50 to go in quarter number 3. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. Omaha Beef out in front, 42-22. You're listening to Beef Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
At Schrock Innovations, they're proud to be the best in computer repair services for Omaha, Lincoln, Papillion, and Des Moines. Computer repair is a passion for the technicians at Schrock Innovations, and they know your time is valuable, and you need your technology fixed right away the first time. And they are proud to be a leader in computer repair as well. Call them today, 402-884-0880, or visit them at SchrockInnovations.com for locations near you. Mangelson's offers the community a family-oriented place to shop for fun and sometimes unusual items. Discover something new in their many departments, including crafts, art supplies, home decor, candles, a year-round Christmas shop, giftware, wedding, fabrics, gourmet foods, the prop room for Halloween, and party goods. They also offer custom services in floral, framing, and party good departments. For over 50 years, Mangelsons have had the opportunity to provide a service to nurture bonding time within Omaha families. From hosting family events to selling crafting supplies, they thank you for letting them into your world. They look forward to serving you soon, and while you're there, be sure to enjoy a bag of their famous popcorn. Visit them today, Mangelsons.com, online or in person. You know where they're at, right down there on 84th Street, right off of I-80.
Non-league action here tonight for the Omaha Beef, and a crowd noisier. They got noisy really in that second quarter, Kirk, as this game got close. A little passive before that, but they're alive now as Jackson's looking for Pargo back to back, coast to coast for the second time this half. Another big touchdown between the two of them, that one for 45 yards. And with that play in the playbook, that could be a big one for Omaha this year. They'd like to run that several times throughout 2021.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of familiarity there, isn't there? I mean,
You can tell they're on the same page. One play drive, 45 yards. Jackson to Pargo, and the Beef are comfortably out front now, 48-22. They'll leave Reynolds on the bench once again. I don't see him over there. I'm wondering if he actually got banged up, because Beef ahead by 26, going for the 2-point conversion. Men are in motion. Jackson, a little pitch out, and it's good for the 2. And the Beef have hit the half-century mark. 50-22 Omaha. Well, no, there's Reynolds over there. Maybe the way that first half ended, Marvin Jones just content to keep putting points on the board. We'll have to find out later, but it's been all Beef after the Crusaders took the lead. 22-16, wasn't it?
yes,
Tom? Yes, he says.
yes.
So 34 unanswered points by Omaha. And now out in front, 50-22. 7:53 remaining here in the third quarter of play at Ralston Arena. Next week, Beef hit the road down in Salina, Kansas. Salina 2-0. It's going to be an early season matchup, and maybe some people say a preview of a game at least somewhere in the postseason. Those two teams could play maybe deep in the postseason. 6 teams, there's only 2 rounds of the postseason, so I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know. We should know. Maybe we'll decide later. Who knows? I mean, we changed franchise locations last week. Why not? Just whatever.
Well, just make sure your pencil has an eraser.
There you go. Reynolds back in, though. He does do the kickoff. Bounding kick can't get into the end zone this time. It's fielded at the 10. There's room up the near side. Cross midfield and pounded into the board. Nice return by the Crusaders and finished off, though, with a face full of dasher board. But good field position for the Crusaders. They trail by 28. And, boy, that happened quick. It really felt like, I mean, it was a competitive game. Crusaders even took the lead. But lots of passes by Jackson, just an air game, including 2 big ones between him and Rashad Pargo have really opened this game up. Running clock. It's a new rule how much they're running it. They're running it between point afters, outside that 5-minute mark, too. Trying to shorten the game up a little bit this year. We're seeing games go pushing it well over 3 hours, which really shouldn't have happened. So that's one of the minor rule adjustments this year in the CIF, as on first down, should have been caught in and out of the hands of Cody Burkhoff. It's incomplete. Looking ahead on the schedule, because why not? We're not coaches. We can do it. Salina for Omaha next week. And then already, you talk about rivalries. I guess they all are. But Sioux City already in the Slaughterhouse. That's the next game. That's 2 weeks from tonight right here at Ralston Arena. Please note, kickoffs all season long will be at 6:30 p.m. 3 games against Sioux City. The I-29 rivalry gets started early. Nearly offsides, but no flag on the play. Instead, it's completed to Ricky Gutierrez, and a nice pickup on second down to the 12-yard line. And the Crusaders are threatening for the first time here in the second half. Clock continues to run, approaching the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. 50-22, Omaha Beef out in front. Non-league contests. These games count in the standings. They will not count in any tiebreaker criteria as far as points or whatnot if it comes down to that for playoffs, as this snap is mishandled and salvaged for maybe a yard or two. With the official timeout, players slow to get up for Omaha. Looks like we got a little cramping going on. But as we said, these games count in the record, the non-league games, but again, not for tiebreaker scenarios, Kirk. No point differentials or anything like that, just the win-losses. Can't see the number on who's slow to get up there, but they're watering him. Unusually warm April evening, early April evening. Temperature in the 80s. That's Chris Perry.
That's Chris Perry, yeah.
And looks just like a cramp, but as he hobbles off the field, as we mentioned, team's not too deep here tonight. Despite it being a 35-man roster, Omaha suited up 26. But a warm night into the 80s during the day, and got to pump those hydration fluids, as this snap is a little off target, and a nice pass rush and incomplete. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 10, as the Crusaders, definitely 4-down territory at this point of the game in this part of the field, trailing by 28, looking for their first score in the second half. Tinklenberg breaks the huddle, trips on the near side, puts 2 in motion, drops back, wants to throw. Here comes the rush. He can't get away, and he's brought down in the backfield by the defense. Pair of Beef defenders in the backfield. That's Bivens and Chavez. Keontae Chavez pair up on the sack and bring up 4th down. Big loss on the play, 8 yards. Here's 4th down. And, man, in the corner, it's in and off the hands. Incomplete. And the Beef have held on downs. 4:12 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back. Beef out in front, 50-22.
We've all heard the old saying, you're the company that you keep. And in everything they do at Valley Marine, their goal is to be the company that you keep. That helpful friend you call with a problem. That place you just drop by to say hello and share a laugh. Their dealership is comprised of an incredible team of people, all boaters like yourselves, with the common purpose to give you, the customer, the very best on water. It's simple, really. The golden rule. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. Call today, 402-704-4961, or visit their website at valleymarine.net.
First down for Omaha after the stop on downs. They'll start at their own 19-yard line. Opening week for the Omaha Beef. They're out in front, 50-22, non-league action. The Sioux Empire Crusaders. Jackson still in at quarterback. Takes a snap, has a man. He's got Pargo again. One and done. Third time tonight, those two hook up. They found their favorite play, I think, Kirk.
There was nobody close to him.
They decided to put this game away. Third time. Andrew Jackson to Pargo. That one not as long, though. Looks like they got 36 yards on that completion. But the second drive in a row, one play, one touchdown, one pass between Andrew Jackson and Rashad Pargo. Hey, Jeremy Reynolds is still here. He's going to come out and try this extra point. Reynolds probably won't be on the roster come the regular season, but will kick in emergency situations, puts this one good. He's had a good night, 4 for 4 on extra points as the Beef extend the lead, 57-22. 2:56 remaining in the third quarter. It's all Omaha in the second half.
And he had a rouge, too.
He had a rouge as well. 2:56 to go. Quarter number 3. We'll be right back. You're listening to Beef Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
The Marine Corps' mission reflects every Marine's purpose. In essence, our nation is that purpose. In our world, in ourselves, and in our way, there are conflicts, challenges, and obstacles that must be fought confidently and defeated convincingly for our nation to prevail. These looming battles come in many forms and occur on many fronts, but each comes down to a critical choice: to demand victory or accept defeat, to pull together or fall apart, to give in or cave in. It's a decision each Marine conveys to our nation with each battle won. Join today, be one of the few, the proud, the United States Marines. Marines.com. Realtor Bree Beck with Berkshire Hathaway. Bree grew up in the state of Nebraska and graduated from UNO with her bachelor's in marketing and management. She started her career in the real estate industry as a marketing specialist for realtors all over the country. Bree is an avid lover of the Omaha Beef and a former prime dancer. This lover of wine, cheese, dogs, and Husker football will leverage her expertise to help you accomplish your real estate goals. Call Bree today, 402-578-1678, or visit her online at letsbreereal.com. Whether it's small-scale digital printing projects or a high-volume, high-end offset print project, DBS Burke has the proper equipment and craftsman-level machine operators to produce your message beyond your expectations. Find out why DBS Burke is the best source for mailing services, kitting, and fulfillment, wide-format printing projects such as posters, banners, signs, and signage. Call them today, 402-455-1200, or visit dbsburke.com. Hey, you've got a car, but now we need to make it a cool car. One place to go in town, In Phase Car Audio. They've got you set up. You need an alarm. You need amplifiers, speakers. Let people know that you're coming. Radar detectors, LED lighting, safety solutions, and more. If you want to add it to your car, they have it at In Phase Car Audio. Visit their website, inphasecaraudio.com, or even better yet, stop by the store, 134th and L Street, inphasecaraudio.com.
Omaha Beef indoor football on all season long. The Boomer Sports Network, 94.5 FM in the Omaha area, 1420 AM, and myboomerradio.com. You can catch it on the internets anytime you like, or on the CIF network. Home and away all season long. CIF network, you can catch all of the Champions indoor football games. Just launched on YouTube this season. Omaha comfortably out in front now, 57-22 Reynolds. There's a nice kick into the end zone, not fielded cleanly. They'll have to go back and get it. Gets it out of the end zone, out to the 5, breaks one tackle, out to the 10, still on his feet. Nice return into the wall. They're going to say he was forced into the wall back at about the 13-yard line, maybe even the 10. It's an interesting rule over there. Sometimes it's tough. You can touch the wall, you just can't be forced into the wall. So if you're forced into it, they call it dead. You can use it for leverage as long as you weren't pushed into it. They'll say he was driven into the wall at the 10-yard line. So the Crusaders have not scored in this half. They find themselves trailing by 35. And we saw them get a little swagger, and rightfully so, at the end of the first half. And I think Omaha decided to put an end to that, at least at halftime. And in deciding to do it and actually doing it is two different things, but they have done that. And Rashad Pargo and Andrew Jackson combination has been a big part of it as they've connected 3 times for long touchdowns. Little movement as the snap goes. A flag comes out. The pass is incomplete. And we'll see which infraction they decide to call here, but I think there's a couple of legal things going on that play, Kirk.
Well, the snap was a little bit slow.
Timing was off. I think the formation, well, we'll see. Officials concur. Here's the verdict. There's no foul. That's what they decided. It's just an ugly play, Kirk. You can't. You can't start on the officials yet. We gotta wait for the league games before we let you do that. You can't do it yet. It's too early. So they start the clock up. No gain on the incomplete pass. It's 2nd down and 10. Short pass is completed onto the left side. Nice coverage by those defensive backs again. Bryant on the coverage, 3 yards on the completion. 2-0 Salina Liberty. It's a rematch of the 2019 conference final at the Pizza Palace Saturday night at 6:30. The Tony's Pizza Palace in Salina, Kansas. It's not that bad of a drive. If you got some time, come on down. A nice venue and a good rivalry. Should be a good game. Pass across the middle is complete. Challenged defensively by Kearney. Pretty good coverage, but the pass was threaded in there. He tried to rip that ball out too, but receiver held on. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Crusaders looking for their first score of the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 22. Both teams been operating out of pistol formation the entire night. Haven't had play run from under center. Good pass rush coming. I look like a hold on that far side. No call, but we picked off. And this will be a pick 6 for Omaha. Travian Bryant is the only man in the area. He had a black jersey. Should have been easy to see, but he hauls that in, and he had nothing but beautiful green AstroTurf from him all the way to the far wall, and he finished that off. Another defensive touchdown for Omaha. 63-22, Omaha in command at the Slaughterhouse.
Is that like the 41 unanswered, right?
That's exactly what it was. 41 looking for 42. Jeremy Reynolds will come in. Time will expire on the quarter during this try. And the extra point will officially put 3 quarters into the books. Reynolds 4 for 4 tonight on extra points. Here's the 5th. And Yahtzee, he's got 5. 3 quarters of play. It is all Omaha in the second half as they're out in front 64-22. You're listening to Omaha Beef Indoor Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Ozzy Sports Bar and Grill. It's a locally owned, family-friendly sports bar striving to be everything a neighborhood spot should be. Enjoy their delicious homemade food and casual atmosphere while you watch your favorite games or just catch up with family and friends. Whether it's group gathering, business meeting, dining by the huge open-air patio, partying with all your friends and family, they do it all. At Ozzy's Roadhouse, they want their place to be there anytime you need it. Visit them today online, OzziesRoadhouse.com, or in person, 127th Westport Parkway in La Vista.
Whether you need to get around town or get out of town for vacation, get your rental car, truck, or van from Budget, Nebraska. Budget is locally owned and operated and conveniently located throughout Omaha, Lincoln, and Grand Island. Or you can visit them online at budgetnebraska.com. Use the promo code BEEF for a 20% discount on select vehicles. Cool cars close by. Budget Nebraska is the official car rental company of the Omaha Beef.
At First Command Financial Services, they are committed to coaching our nation's military families become financially disciplined and confident. They pride themselves on helping clients get financially squared away from the start of their military careers all the way to retirement and beyond. Give them a call today. It's 402-291-3040 or visit them on their website at firstcommand.com. Proud sponsors of Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football. We've all heard the old saying, you're the company that you keep, and in everything they do at Valley Marine, their goal is to be the company that you keep, that helpful friend you call with a problem, that place you just drop by to say hello and share a laugh. Their dealership is comprised of an incredible team of people, all boaters like yourselves, with the common purpose to give you, the customer, the very best on water. It's simple, really, the golden rule. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. Call today, 402-704-4961, or visit their website at valleymarine.net. Kingdom Insurance is located in Gretna and serves the greater Omaha area. They offer superior services that range from home, auto, commercial, business, life and disability, group insurance, financial planning, and more. Kingdom Insurance takes pride in their ability to guide customers through difficult times, whether it's a minor auto accident or a devastating family tragedy. They do not take their responsibility lightly. Kingdom will be a guiding entity for their clients, taking them one step at a time through life's major decisions. Their company was built upon the foundation of stability, trust, and integrity.
Back at the slaughterhouse, there is a slaughter in progress here in half number 2 as the Beef have opened up a huge lead on the Crusaders. 64-22, 15 minutes left here in the Beef opener for 2021. Thanks for joining us tonight all along the Boomer Sports Network and on the Champions Indoor Football Network. That's the CIF Network.com.
What was last year on that our first game? Didn't we score like 90?
50 something. I think it was 50. I remember it's 58-1. Whatever it was something to 1.
Yeah.
So defense played better that week apparently.
Yeah.
It's regressed in the last year. As 22 given up here tonight. 64-22. Ready to start the fourth quarter. Jeremy Reynolds of Arizona Mesa. Going to put the ball into play. A squib kick. Nice bounce. It's fielded at the 14. Didn't get far enough to the 20 to the midfield into Beef territory. Kicker almost had to make a tackle. That's never a good kick if the kicker almost has to make it.
Hey, Beef fans. Even though the game is almost over, there's still plenty of fun to be had at Therapy Bar and Grill, the official after-game party location of your Omaha Beef. Be sure to join the players, coaches, rump roasters, and even the prime dancers at Therapy Bar and Grill and catch up on all of the post-game excitement. We're less than 3 miles away at 5059 South 108th Street. We'll see you there, and go Beef.
Jay Remigen is in at quarterback now, and familiar face for the Beef. He's been backup quarterback for Omaha. Last couple of years, he's been on the roster and in camp, and he's obviously a serious quarterback wearing number 47. He's not going to be on this team long. I told him that before the game when I saw him wearing number 47. You're not going to be on this roster long. But is complete on the first attempt for 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Remaja running pistol formation. I guarantee you he won't run. 2nd down and 3. Lining up the players. Play clock is down to 5. Puts the man in motion. Takes a snap. Left-hander wants to throw. Flag on the play. Throwing into tight coverage. Incomplete. Flag in the backfield. We'll let him sort it out. Flag is going to be holding against the Empire Crusaders. And the Beef will take it. Back him away from the goal line. This is one of those you could have actually had a little decision. Make it 3rd down and 3. Try to force him off the field, but they're going to back him up and let him play 2nd down again. It'll be 2nd down and 13. They'll spot the ball at the 19-yard line of Omaha. 50-yard field if you're listening on the radio. Played on an indoor hockey rink. Ice is still under there somewhere. It's magic. Covered up with AstroTurf and plywood and rubber, all sorts of good stuff down there. Feels good to get tackled on, I'm sure. 2nd down, 13. 12:37 remaining in regulation. High motion on the right side. Jay has to rumble. He can run a little bit. He leans inside the 10-yard line and gets near the 1st down marker. So it's going to be close. And it's going to be 3rd down and short.
Do you remember back in the Civic Auditorium days when the ice was still down and they had the plywood over the ice and you could actually hear the
you hear him crunching and
hear him running down the field?
Yeah. Lots of great Beef action over the years down at the Civic Auditorium. Remington puts the men into motion, trying to drive the Crusaders to a score. We have whistles as there was a false start on the Sioux Empire. Offensive line came out of the snap early. Out in Gillette, the Mustangs having their way with Rapid City War Eagles in exhibition action. 2nd quarter, 26-0. Here it's 64-22, approaching the 11-minute mark. 4th quarter. Opening week of action here in Ralston. 3rd down and 6 for the Crusaders. Remington will throw it, and he's knocked down as he gets rid of it. Gets reintroduced to former teammate Carl Bivens. Puts him on the ground. It's incomplete to be 4th down. So pretty good pressure, pretty good hit. Still almost got the pass completed, but falls to the ground. It'll be 4th down. 64-22, 10.5 to go. If you're watching that replay again, he took a pretty good hit right on his back. 4th down and 6 from the 13-yard line. Men in the slots in motion. Jay throws to the end zone. It's to nobody, and it's actually picked off. And it's returned. So whistle's blowing. I'm not sure why. That one was picked off in the end zone. They're going to say that it was incomplete. Antonio Marshall was on the coverage. They say it was incomplete. They're going to say that it touched something behind the wall. And now they say that they're going to review the play. So this is an interesting review. The officials are calling for it. They can do that anytime they want. Here's a scenario, though. As they ruled it incomplete, the return cannot count. If they return it, or if they review it on their own, which they're doing, and they call it an interception, Omaha will get at the 5-yard line instead of the 14-yard. Or I believe the line of scrimmage was the 14.
Yeah.
So Omaha doesn't want to win this review that the officials have decided to run. But on a play that the officials believe they can review, they do that. And they're all laughing as they review it, so I don't know what that means when they review the play, but they'll take a look at it and go, no hood here. You don't go under the hood. It's not like the NFL. And unfortunately, the running clock rule does not continue through the replay review. So 10-10, we are at a stoppage. Officials review of the interception on fourth down. Either way, it's going to be Omaha ball. The only difference is an interception will give it to them at the 5. If they, I guess, lose the challenge, don't get the interception, it will be out at, I believe, looks like the 14-yard line. We await.
The replay looks like maybe he actually picked it up off of a chair.
If he picked it up off of a chair, it should not be a long review. That's incomplete. You cannot do that.
No.
We know that. Not a critical call, as this is a 42-point game right now. But we all await. Test out that replay system, make sure it works. It's from the booth that they send those back, or the control room, and that's probably the worst place you can review. So Omaha does not get the interception, but they will get better field position after the replay that they did not initiate was completed. We take a look at that again if you're watching on the CIF network, and the ball's on the wall. That should not have taken long to review. Once you use that wall like that, the ball is incomplete. So, spot the ball back at the 12-yard line. Omaha will try to eat some clock with the 42-point advantage, 64-22. Omaha on their way to their first win of the 2021 season. Game getting a little ugly here in the fourth quarter. We're ready to get action going again. Andrew Jackson still in at quarterback for Omaha. Pargo not in, so we won't see that play, the favorite play, but he's got another target he's going to go for down there. And it's in and out of the hands, off the fingertips of Anthony Jones Jr. Same concept. And you see those defensive backs chasing those wide receivers. They know what Omaha wants to do. They just don't want to be on the field offensively right now. Trying to do some quick hit drives. 9:30 and counting in the game, 64-22. Omaha in control, dominating the second half of play. That one, though, is going to be an issue as it's a bad snap once again, and the Sioux Empire will score via defense. There'll be a safety for 2 points. So put a deuce on the board for the Crusaders, and that's definitely something that has stuck out here tonight for Omaha, and guarantee us the Lions go watch some film and see those snapping issues, see what they can do to force the issue from their defense, see if they can continue that next week. Timeout on the field, we'll take it with them. Omaha out in front by 40, 64-24. You're listening to Omaha Beef Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Comfort Inn and Suites on 70th and Grover is Omaha's freshest hotel with a great central location. Just completed a total hotel renovation. They feature rooms and suites that include high-speed internet access, free full hot cooked breakfast daily. They feature the on-site Firewater Grill. It's the home of the Omaha Beef Coaches Show on Monday nights, serving local favorites daily. Hotel is located just off I-80 at 72nd Street, within minutes to several attractions and businesses including the Furniture Mart, UNO, Horseman's Park, Funplex, Ralston Arena, and also the new Baxter Arena. The hotel is located with a short drive, CenturyLink, Henry Dorley Zoo, Zoo, downtown Omaha, and Omaha's Eppley Airfield. Also, if you're visiting for the College World Series, the Berkshire Hathaway meeting, Maha Music Festival, Taste of Omaha, Nebraska Balloon and Wine Festival, Jazz on the Green, Shakespeare on the Green, or any of those, you'll find the Comfort Inn centrally located within minutes of each one of these. Make your reservations today. Call them 531-213-4085 or book online choicehotels.com. Is customer service dead, you ask? Well, at Zero Res, you may call them old-fashioned, but they believe customers deserve to be treated just like your family. From the rock stars that answer the phone to the team at your doorsteps, they all share the same passion to make customers happy. Their guarantee is much more than a service warranty. It's their commitment to wow their customers. If you need your carpets cleaned right, call your friends at Zero Res, 402-603-0570, or visit ZeroResNE.com. Football fans, are you an Ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location, visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z, today for more information.
Back at the Slaughterhouse, Omaha, on the free kick after being or giving up a safety on the errant snap. We've seen it all tonight. Kirk, really, we've seen the rouge, we've seen the safety, we've seen defensive touchdowns, offensive touchdowns, long touchdowns, short touchdowns. Haven't seen the Uno. Reynolds, he's short. He puts it up against the board. It's brought out to the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. Reynolds may have to run backwards again. Look at it. He doesn't want to go anywhere near it. Stopped up at the Omaha 23. Nice kick by Jeremy. I don't know if he was trying to get the Uno or not, but it was center. If he wasn't trying to get, that's a good place to put it, is about a yard or two in front of that backboard. But a good return by the Crusaders, and they'll see if they could get a touchdown on the board here in the second half. They trail by 40, 8:50 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Crusaders, SPFL outdoor champions in 2019. They'll begin their season later this month and have a couple of indoor games under their belt. From what we've seen, some good fundamentals. Third quarterback in of the night is going to be Fred Mitchell for them, getting some experience as well. I'll tell you what, Kirk, unless there's some really, really good teams in that league, I can see why this team, except for that play, and that's going to get called as an incomplete pass as it's knocked out of the hand and returned. Keontae Chavez thought he had a touchdown, but the official waved it off immediately as an incomplete pass. Marvin Jones disagrees. Going to come out, do some officials' critique. And he threw something on the field. I don't know if that's a challenge flag or not, but I think it's just something. I think that's his mask. You don't throw your mask to challenge. They are challenging. I guess you do throw your mask to challenge the play. That's new. That's a new rule. I missed that this year.
But then you throw it so then if you holler at them, they can hear better.
That makes sense.
You don't want it muffled.
I guess we can save money on challenge flags this year as we'll take a look at this once again. So Chavez came in and looked like knocked the ball out of the hands. I didn't see the ball come up at all, or I should say his hand come up with the ball.
Yeah, it wasn't coming forward.
But they called it an incomplete pass, and we'll see if we see the replay here in the arena. They have not shown it in here yet. Everybody anticipates. Now, you could say that the continuing action, if you were to reverse this, is a touchdown, but more likely they would give it to Omaha at that spot and negate the return. But as we've learned before in indoor football, you just never know what they'll do. Do not speculate. So we won't. Looks like a screensaver is on the review from our vantage point. Am I seeing that right, Kirk? It's a screensaver up there.
Yes.
I don't think they saw the play, but I don't know. We'll find. I'm going to go back and watch that, Kirk, on the video, because I'm pretty sure the review screen had a screensaver on it and not any football. I might be wrong. I'll admit if I am, but that looks suspect to me. It stays an incomplete pass. It'll be second down for the Crusaders. They're at the 23-yard line of Omaha. Men in motion as Mitchell throws his first pass into traffic. This one's picked off for sure. Omaha will keep it this time. And into Crusaders territory as this game is in ugly territory. It's Malcolm McCoy with his first interception. And Omaha will have the ball in Crusaders territory with 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. So this is one of those spots that the clock continues to run due to the new rule, and I think everybody will just kind of take their time and let it do just that as they change possessions. First down for Omaha. They start at their own 23-yard line. Jackson pitches it out to the near side to Lynn Cook. He dodges a couple of defenders. Did he touch the wall? No, he's still in. The 5 drags one with him, tries to get to the goal line, and they're going to mark him just short. He is down to the 1-yard line. 23 yards on the carry for Lynn Cook, who's had a pretty good second half. Trying to make a case for that starting running back position, and he'll be battling with Kenny Miles as well. They should both get a position and some playing time as we've got a stoppage of play. So we're going to have a challenge if he hit the board or not. I was pretty sure he did hit the board. I think what the challenge would have been was if he was, again, forced into the board, because it looked like that the banner, that's what you'll see is if that banner moves or not, Kirk.
There was some noise, too, but you don't know if it was him or it was a defender hitting the wall either. So
they'll take a look at this one once again. And we'll have a little stoppage of play as the second half is dragged on a little bit. It's a 40-point game, 64-24. Omaha is back in action next week down in Salina, Kansas. Kickoff 6:30 on the Boomer Sports Network. Just a reminder, you're listening to KOBM Omaha, 1420 AM, 94.5 FM, and on myboomerradio.com. Todd Walkenhorst, Kirk Heyer. There's Tom Corritor over there, too. The crew coming to you from Ralston Arena for 2021 Omaha Beef. Omaha looking for their first win of the year. Going down to Salina. It'll be 1-0 against 2-0.
The runner was touched and hit the wall at the 19-yard line.
So they will reverse that and bring it back out to the 19-yard line. Next home action, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back at the Slaughterhouse. Fan favorite Sioux City will be coming into town. We'll get that rivalry, I-29 rivalry out of the way. Well, not out of the way, just first of 3 matchups between Sioux City and Omaha in 2021. You might remember last regular season game the Omaha Beef played was against Sioux City for the playoffs right here at Ralston Arena. The winner went to the playoffs. Omaha was victorious. That was a pretty good game to end the 2019 regular season. And it'll be the first time that the two teams have met since that matchup. Be a rookie quarterback for Sioux City after Scott Jensen tore his Achilles in the last play of their non-conference game. Here's the handoff to McCook. He's got a big run. He's trying to get all those yards back that they just took away from him on the review, and he does get back near the 1-yard line. So in his mind, he's going to right that wrong, and they'll spot the ball at the 1 for Lynn Cook. So Scott Jensen, long-time quarterback up in Sioux City, fan favorite, legend, hadn't played since 2014, was making a comeback this season, and played in and out in that game, the non-conference game against the Crusaders, and last play of the game, non-contact, tore his Achilles. He's out for the season.
My.
Broken record. There's another bad snap, and McCook with a valiant run chases it down and recovers it, but it's going to be at the Crusaders' 21-yard line. And see Kirk Howard with his abacus out. That is a 28-yard loss on the bad snap. So
one too many are the red beads.
So now we'll see what you don't see too often. Second down and goal from the opponent 21-yard line. Clock continues to run. We approach the 5-minute mark, and now the ball is just
he kicked
it.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well,
they got a good chuckle. It's a penalty, but they got a good chuckle.
There was some frustration there.
There's frustrations. It happens. We're under 5 to go. 64-24. Omaha should be frustrated. We've seen probably half a dozen of those bad snaps here tonight. Jackson puts the men in motion, fakes the handoff to McCook, looks downfield, throws into double coverage. This one's picked off. Picked off at the goal line. Run back out and only brought out to the 10-yard line. He came down. I think he lost his footing. That's good because I was afraid he got injured. It was Carlos Jackson on the interception.
Hey, Beef fans. Even though the game is almost over, there's still plenty of fun to be had at Therapy Bar and Grill, the official after-game party location of your Omaha Beef. Be sure to join the players, coaches, rump roasters, and even the prime dancers at Therapy Bar and Grill and catch up on all of the post-game excitement. We're less than 3 miles away at 5059 South 108th Street. We'll see you there, and go Beef.
Here's at quarterback. He led the most successful offensive drive here in the second half. Actually, it's not Remaja. That's Mitchell back in once again. Mitchell getting some playing time, puts the left side receivers in motion. Here comes the pass rush, and they just teed off on Mitchell since he's been in this game. And they bring him down once again. Short loss on the play. Loss of a couple of yards on the play. It'll be second down and 12. 3:10 in counting remaining in the game. (64-24) Omaha Beef, 3 minutes away from their first victory of the season. Begin league play next week in Salina, Kansas. The Liberty, 2-0 Liberty. Oh wait, Tony's Pizza Event Center. 6:30 kickoff a week from tonight. Second down and 11 for the Crusaders. Mitchell drops back, wants to throw. This passes into double coverage and incomplete. Travion Bryant on the coverage. Intended receiver was Ricky Gutierrez. It falls to the ground. It's incomplete. It'll be third down and 11. 2:15 and counting. Fans starting to exit out. Post-game party at the Firewater Bar and Grill at the Comfort Inn. Come out and celebrate after Beef games, win or loss. Win or lose, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
No matter what. Good times out there, 70th and Grover. Crossing pattern. This one's picked off. It's picked off and run back to the 10. Cuts back inside. Spins around, trying to find that end zone, and can only get down to the 5-yard line. But an interception for Bakembe Carney. And Omaha Beef on defense have been pretty solid, especially in the second half here tonight. That's the fourth interception of the game, I believe. Tom Corator says yes, four fingers. So this should take us down to the 1-minute warning, and then the Beef will have 60 seconds to put this one in the books. So the clock runs, the Beef will let it go. 60-second warning is here, and we'll take a timeout on the field. We'll come back, wrap this one up. A Beef victory awaits 60 seconds away. You're listening to Beef Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Thinking of updating your bath? Make your first call to Bath Fitter. For over 35 years, Bath Fitter has been installing beautiful luxury tubs in as little as 1 day. There's no demo, no mess, and with thousands of options to choose from, you can custom design a bath that you will love. A bath that's guaranteed for as long as you own your home. With Bath Fitter, master the reno and skip the demo. Visit bathfitter.com today to book your free in-home consultation and join over 2 million satisfied customers. Attention craft beer fans, at Pint 9, they're committed to tradition and innovation. They stand on the tradition of brewers before them to create aroma-driven American ales and complex Belgian beers. They appreciate fine German lagers and English session ales, but they also crave the innovation of one-off batches and barrel aging. Their beers are highly fermentable and highly digestible while being scientifically sound and artfully executed. They hope you enjoy drinking their beers as much as they enjoy brewing them. Visit their website today. It's pint9brewing.com. Cheers.
Final 60 seconds here at the Slaughterhouse as the Beef look to move to 1-0. 32-0 at halftime up in Gillette in exhibition action between Wyoming and Rapid City. We'll see the Mustangs a couple times. Road trip out to Gillette beginning of May. Kirk going out? No, you're not going. That's too far for you. You're not going out there.
Well, I used to go to Casper all the time.
Well, I'll see you there. I'll tell you what. I got a scheduling snafu. I'm going to have to fly out there on the day of the game. I hope it makes it. We'll see. A little extra drama. 60 seconds to go for the Beef. Jackson puts the man into motion. They'll run a little shovel on the near side and gets near the goal line. Are they going to give it to him? They do. Touchdown for Omaha. Kenny Miles, his second of the night. Omaha's hit the 70 mark. Clock continues to run. Should not be, but oh well. Way to end the game quicker. Nobody's complaining. They'll let it go. Jeremy Reynolds will come out. He's 5 for 5 on extra points here tonight. See if he can get the half dozen. Reynolds will line it up as they let the clock continue to run down. I think they're just going to let this game expire. And why not? Here's a snap. It's low. They're going to run a little fire drill to the right side, and it's incomplete. And somehow the clock expired too, and Vernon says it's the end of the game. He's going home. So there you go. Game is official. Omaha Beef 1-0. Crusaders valiant first half, good competition, and they'll go on to their SPFL contest starting in April. As we saw some good competition in the first half, we'll come back and wrap it up. Final score, the Beef get victory number 1. They defeat the Sioux Empire Crusaders 70-24. Omaha Beef football is on the Boomer Sports Network.
Since beginning in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2000, Salsa Rita's has expanded to locations in 18 states, and they keep on growing. With bright, colorful, comfortable restaurants and signature dishes like their quesarito, customers and interested franchisees ask them all the time, how is it done? Well, they're happy to share the secret. Start each day making fresh, homemade salsas. The salsas are so good, salsa is in their name. They hand mash the guacamole and make wildly addictive tortilla chips. Fresh, all day, every day. They flame grill choice steak and chicken and offer options like shrimp and more toppings to personalize meals to your taste. Salsa Rita's is almost always a local's choice for best Mexican food. Call them 402-957-0595 or visit them on the web at salsaritas.com, or better yet, try them in person. 510 South 72nd Street right here in Omaha. Ozzy Sports Bar and Grill. It's a locally owned, family-friendly sports bar striving to be everything A neighborhood spot should be. Enjoy their delicious homemade food and casual atmosphere while you watch your favorite games or just catch up with family and friends. Whether it's group gathering, business meeting, dining by the huge open-air patio, partying with all your friends and family, they do it all. At Ozzy's Roadhouse, they want their place to be there anytime you need it. Visit them today online, Ozzy'sRoadhouse.com, or in person, 127th Westport Parkway in La Vista. Football fans, are you an Ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location. Visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z, today for more information. The Down Syndrome Alliance of the Midlands is committed to connecting those touched by Down syndrome through education, advocacy, and support. DSA is a nonprofit agency founded in 1999 and based right here in Omaha. They are parents, advocates, educators, and medical professionals. DSA is affiliated with the National Down Syndrome Society, the National Down Syndrome Congress, the Global Down Syndrome Foundation, and Down Syndrome Affiliates in Action. Call today for information, 531-375-5791, or visit dsamidlands.org. Hey, you've got a car, but now we need to make it a cool car. One place to go in town, In Phase Car Audio. They've got you set up. You need an alarm. You need amplifiers, speakers. Let people know that you're coming. Radar detectors, LED lighting, safety solutions, and more. If you want to add it to your car, they have it at In Phase Car Audio. Visit their website, inphasecaraudio.com, or even better yet, stop by the store, 134th and L Street, inphasecaraudio.com.
Well, game number one in the books. It was pretty much everything expected. Just a little more competitive probably early on in it, but it was a win. It was ugly. There were some things they're going to have to work on. There's some things they did well. Typical week number one, I guess a non-league opponent. A couple good things we saw, Kirk. Obviously, Andrew Jackson, Rashad Pargo. Andrew Jackson, a couple receivers. Looks like got some chemistry out there.
Well, we saw that too on the defensive side. Chris Perry, again, doing what he does. And, yeah, you know, after 2.5 weeks of practice or whatever, it caused some rough edges and so on and so forth. But we got another week to go, and they kind of figured out a little bit of the identity of what they are. And we look forward to going to Salina.
Obvious thing that'll be worked on this week, snapping the ball, center quarterback exchange.
Very much so. Very much so. I mean, it's just, I think, like you say, it's of course, I never played center or whatever, but I mean, I think it's just a timing thing. You just got to come up and just, you know, if it's a flick of the wrist or whatever to do and get a little bit better. I think sometimes with an artificial turf, they kind of drag the ball a little bit and can screw that up. So just kind of what I saw from up here, but hopefully another week they'll get better.
Omaha Beef will officially cut down to 25 roster positions before their first league game. That's against Salina. That's next Saturday night. Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina, Kansas. That game against the 2-0 Salina Liberty will be for the top spot in the CIF. That game will be 6:30 a week from tonight. It'll be here on the Boomer Sports Network. Kickoff at 6:30, pregame at 6:15. Also a reminder, catch the Beef Minutes Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays in the mornings on the Boomer Radio Network as we give quick updates on the Omaha Beef. And then also, coincidentally on the Boomer Sports Network, the Marvin Jones Head Coaches Show. That is Monday nights, live from the Firewater Bar and Grill. 6 o'clock, Mondays a home game, or Mondays of any game, that's this week. We'll see you out there, 6 o'clock, Firewater Bar and Grill. It's connected to the Comfort Inn and Suites. It's located at 70th and Grover. Final score here tonight from the Slaughterhouse is a second half slaughter. The Beef defeat the Sioux Empire Crusaders 70-24. For Tom Corator, Kirk Heyer, Todd Walkenhorst, good night, everybody. We'll see you next week from Salina.
On the count of three, I need you to please ring your bells for me. Tell the whole world what you come to see. 1, 2, 3.
Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football on the Boomer Sports Network was brought to you by First Command, B&D Turf Cars, Bath Fitter, Berkshire Hathaway Realtor, Bree Beck, Budget Rent-A-Car, Celeron, Certified Piedmontese, Comfort Inn and Suite, CPR, Cell Phone Repairs, Crown Property Management, DBS Burke, Down Syndrome Alliance, Eternal Tattoo, Great Clips, In-Phase Car Audio, Jerseys, Kingdom Insurance, King's Moving, La Smash, Lufties, Mangelsons, Marines, Mattress King, McAllister's Deli, Nebraska Ortho and Sports, Ozzy's, Peaceful Roads, Pint 9, Porky Butts, Robert's Nursery, Salsaritas, Schrock Innovations, Scores, See the Trainer, Titanium HVAC, Valley Marine, and Zero Res. Make sure to catch every Omaha Beef professional indoor football game, home and away, on the Boomer Sports Network. And join us on Monday nights of game weeks at 6 o'clock for the Head Coaches Show with head coach Marvin Jones live from the Firewater Bar and Grill at the Comfort Inn and Suites at 70th and Grover, all on the Boomer Sports Network.
I'll get this phone figured out by next week, Nick. You know, I changed one of the settings. I couldn't find the one that you had set.